This is CoTCast episode 19 on January 30th, 2009. A podcast by the casually clueless guild members of Circle of Trust, a Warhammer Online guild fighting for destruction on Ostermark. This is CoTCast.
Alright, who's gonna host? Not it.
Not it.
Oh, I thought we were gonna put like the thing. Oh, damn it.
Car is it?
Car
Car is it?
Yeah, fuck y'all. Hey, you
Do
did
it.
a good job when you
You
hosted.
did. You're a good host. Do it. Do it up.
We got tons of feedback about
Wait.
how good you.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you want me to go, right?
I don't care if you go or stay. I don't care anymore.
Well, if I'm staying, I need more drink.
I'll go get another drink. I'll wait. Yeah. I'll go get one more drink real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick around for the drunk chicks.
Maeve gets feisty on the tequila. You and her might be sparring at the end of this.
Oh, no.
Switch an appletini. 3 or 4 of them. Hello, everyone. You're listening to the CoTCast. This is a production on all things that concern us. Hosting today is Abba.
Hey.
Desira.
Hello.
Zelly.
Hello.
And Veliok.
What's up?
And this is Car as well. And then we might have a couple other folks joining us along the night, so if you hear some strange voices, we'll try to get them in there.
Loser stragglers.
Yeah, loser stragglers. Good idea there. We'll just ostracize those people right now. So what's everybody been up to? We'll start over with Ab, since we're going to go alphabetical, I guess.
I've been playing my Disciple of Cain. I'm 30, so I'm teetering between tier 3 and tier 4, so I'm going to run some scenarios and take my time to level. And
Not available at the moment.
I am playing on the sacrifice path, and that is awesome. I'm really enjoying that.
Shit. Wait.
I can't believe you stepped all over my
I
lines.
did.
Oh, we lost a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Or did we?
Yeah. We lost Car.
Man,
Lost the host.
I was really bored. They just were done.
I tried to add Paz in, and it's now recording us on his voicemail.
We're gonna have to start over.
And I was trying to hang up on him.
And you hung up on me? Is
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And my next, what you've been doing, I'm going to say I've been drinking drank, so I've been sleeping.
that You've been sleeping?
A lot.
Yeah. God, I was thinking about the last 2 nights as I'm drinking at Des, and I don't know how you drink that and go to work. And I don't know if it's just because I'm drinking it at night, and maybe during the day I could function, but my God, I don't know.
I drink it at work.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how you're not asleep.
And I work at a steel plant with overhead cranes and shit. Metal flying around in the air.
You have to slap yourself in the face to stay awake?
Maybe I'm too used to it. I should probably take a couple months off of it and, get the drink out of my system.
You might. I don't know. It might just be me because I'm.
It might be the jumper cables he's got attached to his testicles, too.
Yeah, which is for a different reason. But
It'll keep you moving.
It may, I am naturally a pretty low affect and easygoing, and so even my boss has said to me, yeah, you seem sarcastically, you seem like someone who really needs to take it a little bit easier and not put out so much energy. So it may be because I'm on the border of sleeping anyway.
You're barely alive as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see that you might be that way in real life, but we'll watch you in game and we've stopped looting shit. You get pissed off.
Yeah, I'll choke a bitch in game.
Choke a motherfucker out.
Yeah. Are we gonna? Hope you're
I
recording.
don't know. My job's pretty stressful, so I need,
You need to
Just
chill
slow
out.
down.
Need to make sure you're chilling out during your job. So what have you been up to there, Des?
not much aside from working. It's been rough. Right after the new year, things have really picked up in the steel industry, so, not much time to log on.
Des, you need to stop talking because your character's really hot and you're ruining my fantasy.
No, it's improving mine.
Thanks. That was my whole goal, was to be a hot bitch.
Yeah, she is one hot bitch. If she
No,
were to borrow my
actually,
penis, she can go ahead.
I'm going to make the announcement now. Since this guild, you can do whatever the hell you want, and it's cool. I'm going to change my main again to my squig herder Wazik, so from now forth, I'm Wazik.
That's
Cool.
too hard to pronounce.
But just Waz.
I'm just going to go with Waz.
Waz!
What level is Wazik now?
He is 25.
Nice.
And
Wouldn't it be
that's
more of an
that's
it?
taking it slow because I'm already I'm now ranked 25 as well.
And you
So I'm
drink a lot
just,
of drink, so I mean,
I'm just enjoying it.
your roll is slowed.
I'm definitely slowed. I'm gonna have to make sure I get it picked up before the expansions and all that come out that we will be talking about. But
Yeah, you will. You'll got
Yes.
plenty of time.
All right,
if I
so
was really
Val,
pushing. Yeah.
and Val, what have you been up to?
Trying to make the game sexually satisfying.
So you're working on
God.
hardware additions.
I opened the door. Come on, have fun with it.
I was just thinking like all the possibilities that could entail.
Wow.
He's bought stock in Fleshlight, and he's going to be getting some PC hardware and coming up with something all brand new and different.
I want to play that
Watch
game.
those, interior fans on the motherboard and stuff. That could hurt.
Well, it probably provides a good amount of suction if you aim him right.
That's why he just follows Des around everywhere.
Can't believe we're bringing up suction.
What? You really can't believe that.
Okay, I believe
Hello.
it, but I'm just not
impressed
sure where it's
it
going
didn't-
to
I'm
go.
impressed it took this short.
And welcome, Maeve.
And Maeve joins us too.
Hey,
Hello.
we need applause like Kramer walked in the room. Hey, Kramer!
Maeve!
Wacky!
I went to get a drink and my computer crashed.
That's
Uh-huh.
wacky!
I'm
You
sure
went
it
for
was.
a quickie with your hubby. We know how it
I'm
is.
sure- Well, yeah, I didn't want you to listen after all.
Well, we asked if we could.
We need more incompetent people who accidentally leave their mics on.
Yeah. That would be, like pass.
No, Odalus. That was Odalus that did that. Odalus's girlfriend accidentally called me.
Remember Paz went, and then when he was so drunk and he was going to the bathroom, and he's like, I am going to the bathroom. He always repeats himself more than once. I ate.
He just wants to make sure that everybody knows.
Yeah. Once
That is
everyone
right.
is.
It's a
Shares
good
the
memory
joy.
technique.
He's like, I thought it, but did I say it out loud?
It's just like all them commercials out there that you hear the phone number 5-6 times in a row. He's just reinforcing his statements.
Well, what was it, since we just skipped M's, Maeve, what have you been up to in game?
I've been playing a little on my DOK. I hadn't played her in quite a while.
Wait.
So-
Wait.
It's been
back
playing
up.
on Destruction?
I have, yes.
You high.
I have not played Order all week, I don't think.
I know Monday,
Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesday I've seen you on Destruction, so I was
I was
actually quite
gonna say.
impressed.
I was going to say if I
She
have
missed
it.
a slot.
So, yeah,
Um,
that's pretty much all. I didn't progress far. I think I made it from 10 to 12. Woohoo!
Well, with
At
all that
least you
rested
did- at least you
XP,
didn't go
that's some
back.
work. And Zelly, what have you been doing?
I made it to 24.
You made it to 24?
I did. And then one night, I did the drank, so I got 11 hours of sleep that night. And then the next night, I went out with my friend, and then tonight we're doing the podcast. So that's kind of like, I goofed up after I drank the drank and haven't been on.
Okay, what the
It's
hell
a
is the
drink.
drank?
The drank is a beverage. It is an anti-energy drink. You have to order it from Texas, and it actually makes you drowsy.
It's the extreme relaxation drink is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's
So
slowly
basically,
rolled,
it's
People
like
like
beer.
myself.
Without the alcohol and the after effect.
I guess.
Yeah. I woke up
Like-
in a great mood.
Like Americans
People like
really,
myself from Texas don't get drowsy because I guess I'm way too addicted to it and used to it that it no longer makes Texas people drowsy.
See, my
Just kind of slows your roll.
my coworker was extremely annoyed with me the next day because I was so like rested and perky and happy and bouncy, and he's just like, I hate you. Why are you
Chicks
like
are
this?
perky and bouncy. That's awesome.
Why are you like this? And I'm like, I was literally
yeah.
like bouncing around him, like talking to him and stuff. And he's like, I don't like you like this. He's like, why are you so happy? I'm like, you just want me to be miserable. He's like, yeah, I like
He's
that.
like,
I
"Oh,
like
go
when we're
back to
miserable and
zombie
we
Shannon."
complain about everybody. That's what we do.
And I don't know if I agree because, I mean, Des, I don't know if I agree that you're not getting drowsy because when you talk, I'm afraid you're going to fall asleep mid-sentence. You sound pretty,
He's pretty laid back.
I
Yeah.
just
He's-
woke up.
His roll is slow.
well, that
Like
might be it.
he needs his rolls load some more.
Woke up.
It'd be a 4-hour-long podcast.
I was disappointed to find what roll we were really slowing.
Yeah, I know you wanted some sexual benefits to that slow roll.
Yeah, it just makes you drowsy. Oh, whatever.
Yeah, you don't want that. You'll just
That's
be
boring.
laying under a sleeping man. Get up, you idiot!
We need a good slow roll here.
Hey, this is going well.
What you been doing, Car?
Well, But no, I've actually been waiting for Zelly to log back in so I can help level her sorry ass. Since she made me re-roll a main, and I think at this point officially switched my main to my witch elf. So
Well, if we finish up with this podcast, I'll log in and you can level me. I'll let you level me.
oh, you'll let me?
I'll let you, and I'll be your
Wow.
friend and everything.
Wow, that's so nice. So before we go much
I do my
further
part.
into this podcast, I think we might want to actually take a quick second here and tell everybody what we've been drinking, because it's quite obvious that we've had some adult beverages.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about? Okay, Ab, what have you been drinking tonight?
I'm drinking Samuel Adams Black Lager
And Des?
I just woke up, but I got a Jack and Coke.
and some drank.
That's
I
the
think
way to
drank
wake up.
is like cereal and drank. Like, you know,
Got some
Cocoa
Cocoa
Puffs, still
Pebbles.
drank in there.
And Maeve, we heard that you came back from getting a drink.
I am drinking pomegranate margaritas.
Pomegranate margaritas, what the hell happened to Appletinis?
Well, I needed some tequila tonight.
She's gonna kick all our asses by the end of the podcast.
It's gonna be a pile of bloody bodies with Maeve standing over it.
Arr.
Just laughing hysterically.
How about you, Vel? What you drinking?
I'm a designated codcaster.
Awesome.
Oh, look at you.
We could use
Yeah,
some of
what's up with
those.
that?
You're there to
Fine.
keep us
Life.
off the dirt roads.
This is gonna be so boring for you.
And Sally, what you been drinking?
I got the Sam Adams Black Lager.
And I'm sitting here drinking Edmund Fitz, a Great Lakes. Really good porter.
I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, you should be a lot jealous.
I am.
Okay. So let's see what's going on with war. Well, big announcement yesterday was the 29th. We're recording on the 30th. Zelly will probably get this up like, I don't know, the 14th of March or something.
If I'm lucky, yeah.
Big announcement for Call to Arms, and a whole bunch of shit came out on the Herald this past week. Couple new classes, couple live events, and the live expansion. So I guess we probably should start talking about the Call to Arms. Someone else.
I didn't research. What is it?
It's the free expansion that's rolling out like in phases between March and June. The Chopper and the Slayer is kind of in that. Do you want to do it in pieces since there's like so much to it?
Yeah, we probably should do this in pieces.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's a Bitter Rivals live event in March, and then completion of that allows you to do a head start to either the Choppa or the Slayer classes.
That sounds
Weaker.
very reminiscent of
Yeah, we've been
Heavy
there.
metal.
heavy metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost
now-
exactly like heavy metal.
This time they're saying again though that you have to log in every day to get the elite award.
Yeah.
So
Good.
we'll see if they
I hope
stick
they
to
do
it.
that.
Stick
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah,
Delete-
right. They really watered it down last time
I think they'll probably water it down as well.
when people
They're going to
start
get a whole
crying.
bunch of back. Yeah, well, they're going to get a bunch of
But
backslash.
It's not anything that's. I mean,
You
It's
get to
elite.
play it
Yeah, it
eventually.
doesn't impact the war in that day. I mean, it gives people early access, but it doesn't affect people in a global scale in what's going on, in the game, of what the purpose is. It's just something that's fun and a little bit extra. They shouldn't cave.
Yeah, I hope they don't.
You hear that,
From what it
Mythic?
said
Don't
on the
cave.
Herald, it seemed like the elite reward will not be easy to get.
Good.
So the final reward to be able to get the Choppa and Slayer a week early is not going to just be log in and fuck, here it is, cool.
And I'm saying
Let's
this
make it work.
as someone who probably won't get that.
I'm
early.
not getting
I
it.
won't get
Yeah.
that either.
Yeah, I don't
But-
really care about this one.
I do care, but I really think I won't get it. But that I'm not going to be pissed about it.
I was all
What?
excited about the Blackguard, but I don't really want to play the Slayer or the Choppa.
Oh,
So
want
so that's when I
Choppa.
say I don't care. I don't,
I want
Oh,
the shop.
fucking New York Comic Con this week. If you actually went, they're giving away the free in-game heads like they did for Collector's Edition. The Orc one's really cool, where it has the steel jaw.
That looks awesome.
Slayer one has instead of the mohawk, has the nails. That looks awesome.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
I would want that. Do we know any New York people?
No, I don't think so. Oh no, well Tridoc is in New York somewhere.
He's
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
I thought he told me he was in New York.
He's a big liar.
He does lie. I don't know.
He told me he was in New York. I know he did.
Maybe he
Hey,
was
guys.
visiting there.
Hey, Baz.
Yo,
Oh,
Paz.
Jesus Christ. What have you been drinking,
Oh
Paz?
no, it's Paz.
Well,
Oh no.
I'm trying something new today, actually.
Oh.
Sobriety.
Sobriety. That's funny.
Fucking sea breeze.
Yeah. That's what sobriety is, right? Sea breezes?
Yeah, that's milk.
Today I've got some wild turkey.
Oh god.
Oh, no.
Okay, Paz with wild turkey, and Maeve's doing tequila. So this is gonna be a great fucking night.
I know, I'm almost out of my drink again. I need another one.
The one thing about the Call to Arms, the Bitter Rivals live event is that it's going to include a new scenario called the Twisting Tower, and that is what I will be doing. I'm excited about the new scenario.
Yeah.
I like those. I like the last one
The
they
cool
did.
thing about that I was reading is, one, it's not going to be contributed to the zone war locking mechanism bullshit, but it will grant you a 5% more renown experience for that scenario than the other scenarios.
Really?
Yes. So that would be cool.
When you talk about that, will the new Land of the Dead actually require us to lock the zone? By the way they're talking, it sounds like yes.
Oh, for the
Yeah, to get access to the actual dungeon, whatever the name of it was.
The RVR dungeon.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Oh wait, I think we're jumping way the hell ahead.
Okay, then I'll shut up.
No, that's okay.
I think that the Twisting Tower was actually
That's
in
just a
beta.
scenario.
Right, but I think it was in beta that they took out, but I'm not positive. So I think it's a revamped scenario that they've had before, which is not anything wrong with that, but I think it has existed before.
That would actually be pretty good. That means they've got some time to put some thought
Right.
into it, come up with something different. Like the heavy metal event with, I don't remember what the scenario name was, but that was actually a really cool.
Franklin Factory.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was actually a really cool scenario. It was different from any of the other existing ones that were out there. It was something fun and different, and it was short-lived, so it was nice to just jump in and do it for a little bit.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of work they put in that map. I'm hoping it comes back.
I hope it's
Couple
like an
times a year.
annual thing, yeah.
Yeah, those things should be goofy. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't take them too seriously, and they shouldn't contribute to any overall thing. But yeah, that one was I mean, for a goofy event, it was pretty well thought out, that scenario map.
It was, yeah.
Are you guys, any of you guys interested in doing the Chappa or the Slayer?
I am. I'm
Hell
chopping.
yeah!
Yeah, we know Paz.
I might make a Chappa, but I'm not in a rush to do it that beginner week.
I want the
Well,
chop.
you're not going to do it until you get a 40.
Okay.
Well, I
Yeah,
think too. I don't know that it's been official, but I'm assuming this is going to be the first sex or the gender restricted class for Order too.
I'm surprised it hasn't
better
come up
be.
yet. But yeah, Slayers they have to be male, don't they?
I think so.
That better be. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be really pissed.
I'm just for the lore. Like, aren't they always male?
Well,
I
you
think
could
so.
have female slayers about 1 week of the month when that's really pissed.
That's every
And then you could have a female slayer.
God, Des, you needed like a rim shot after that.
She's just like an iron breaker, and then 1 week she
1
just
week of the
kicks
month,
ass.
she's a fucking slayer.
You know, that would be fucking hilarious if Mythic actually did something like that.
A little wrong, but yeah. Yeah, the other one, the Beyond the Sands live event, and then I'm not sure what that is. Do you guys know? That's in April. Is that the one of the two? You have to do the Beyond the Sands live event, and then you have to do Rise of the Tomb Kings live event in May, and those two, aren't those the ones they unlock the Land of the Dead, which is the Darkness Falls?
I think so.
It's all still so new for us.
It's so far out that they're not really giving much information.
We've got scientists looking into it, but they haven't really uncovered anything.
They haven't been able to throw enough books at it yet.
Yeah. Exactly.
But what do you guys think of the Land of the Dead, the Darkness Falls?
Well,
World.
anyone that used to play Dark Age knows that it's going to be sweet.
I was gonna say for those of us who did not play DAOC, tell us a little bit about Darkness Falls.
It's gonna rock.
Okay, yeah. Paz or Vel, one of you break it down, kind of what that was.
Go ahead, Paz. I'll fill in.
Well, it was an RVR dungeon, sort of. It was massive, and I mean like huge. There were since in DAOC there was 3 realms. Each realm had its own entrance at way separate corners of the dungeon. All right. Now this dungeon, it was valuable to anyone at any level. Basically, once you got out of your starting zone, you got to level 10-ish, you could start getting groups in there and stuff like that. All of the monsters dropped something called seals, and I think there was 3 levels of them. There was Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond, was it, Vel?
Yes.
Okay. And basically there was merchants that took each respective seal, and you could trade them in for any kind of armor, accessory, weapon, capes, all that kind of stuff. But it wasn't just like it was like real good gear if you didn't have spellcrafted masterpiece stuff. It was good stuff. It was good quality stuff. And basically you would have to own the majority of the keeps for DF to be open to your realm for you to enter. Anyone could log inside of DF. Anyone could run around DF. But in order to get reinforcements into DF and be able to go in there, you had to own the majority of the keeps. You had to be winning the overall war. Since there's only 2 sides in Warhammer, basically I guess that means you have to have, if they're going to stick with zone locking, or if they're going to get rid of zone locking and make it so that you could take any keep any time, which I wish they would do, frankly. Anyway, if you have more zones locked than the other side, then I guess your lands of the dead would be open to you. But I don't know. There's so much to say about it. I don't even know. You could go to the other people's side and start fucking with them, or you could organize big raids to go down deep into Darkness Falls and go into the huge raid bosses that would fill up your whole screen, and I don't know. It's just there's too much to say. I don't even know where to.
So it's a good thing that they've got a Darkness Falls type thing coming.
Yeah, it was like the reason that we fought for the keeps in Dark Age of Camelot. That was the reason. It wasn't even like oh, you fought for the keeps and there was no reason to do it. It was like you fought because you wanted to get to Darkness Falls. Yeah, it was Darkness Falls isn't open. Shit, let's go take some keeps. It was like
there would be talk in RVR, in a warband or whatever the equivalent was of, okay, we get this keep, we're gonna have Darkness Falls. It was a motivator for people.
Mm-hmm. And then that was the thing too. The defense and the conquering mattered to everybody, because it's not just about the end game stuff, because in Darkness Falls it mattered to everybody at every level almost. So for everyone there was this drive to succeed, Yeah,
with Darkness Falls they originally had it so you lock the keeps or get the majority of the keeps. They ended up switching it later on to get majority of the towers. What I'm concerned about is how they described it yesterday. It said you have to lock the zone in order to access these things like the new PQs, Instance Layers, and new dungeon. If that's how I read it, that means there'll be no RVR in the new dungeon. You can control the zone, then you can open it up. If that's how it is, I'll be pissed.
They can't do that.
That'd be a waste.
No way.
So you're thinking you're going to have to fight over the zone, and then once you have the zone locked, you get the fuck around inside there, but Order can't come get you.
That's how I read it.
And that's not how Darkness Falls is.
Well, Darkness Falls work that way, but when you're
it's a free for all.
Yeah, well, no, not always. Say Albion was in there hanging out. Say Albion's in there hanging out, right? Because they own it or whatever. And then say Midgard, took it over. They got the rights to it. The Albions don't have to leave, so they're in there. So the Midgards would have to come in and clean house in order to actually play in there, because
before
they
can start.
Yeah, it would be this huge clash, and so everyone's going at it in there, and it was a good time. Those were the awesome times, is when you had to do the clear out, and then there were other times too, because stealthers could and it happened all the time. Stealthers could log out in there, and as long as they didn't die, they could just hang out in there and log in and out and just be in there and ganking people and stuff. So yeah, there'd always be this thing where okay, level 35 stealther over in this hallway, and so then all the big shots would come down and try and hunt him out, and it was fun.
See, I always at all times had a level 50 Shadowblade logged out in Darkness Falls, only because
my infiltrator was always in there.
Only because if we didn't own it, I could go in there and fuck with everybody. Just I could stealth my way to wherever and just start killing people.
But that was part of the excitement of being in there. I mean,
I actually logged out my imp in the same place for the same reason.
Yeah.
I think anybody who had a stealther had him sit in Darkness Falls and playing something else.
So who's the faculty little shadow zerger there? I want to send you poison in the mail or some shit, because I fucking hate you people.
One thing I'm worried about that somebody told me, I didn't read it, that because in DAOC a wide range of levels could go in there. There was level 10 stuff up until the max level that you would need groups for. Somebody told me that that they're hinting at this one that it's going to be only a high level dungeon. Is that true?
No,
You have to lock
that
a
would
T4
The way
suck.
they
to
were
get it,
talking,
dude.
that's what it sounds like.
be
Because
a
they're saying it's
mistake.
supposed to be harder than the Lost Veil, some of that shit in there.
But
well, that
some
would
of
be
that
fine
doesn't
if it's
mean-
down deep. Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
fine.
like, but the way Darkness Falls was is the entrance had like low stuff, and the farther down you go, so obviously like the level 50s would just run past the level 10 stuff and level 20 and 30, and you would just run down and then you'd get to your stuff, which was like your level, and then you just have to go down deep enough to get to your things, you
Yeah,
know.
so-
But if they're gonna make it like the whole dungeon is like high level, that's gonna be pointless. It's gonna be a waste.
And it really, I mean, there was some communication between a wide range of levels on your realm because, like we were saying before, like those level 15s will be like sending out shouts like, oh, there's a so-and-so here. So, I mean, the whole realm kind of worked together at points to try to
Yeah.
figure out where people were and everything. So, yeah, they have to keep that. I will be really disappointed if they don't.
Yeah,
Another
if
thing I
they
was
make it
reading-
if they just make it a T4 dungeon, I probably wouldn't even go there.
Yeah.
The old Darkness Falls had just one way in and one way out, basically, because they were thinking
Well,
about doing
there were
that.
three ways and three. There was like an entrance in each realm. So like if it was the same idea, then there would be an entrance on the destruction side and an entrance on the order side, but only
Like an
one way
example,
But it
like-
announced
Like an example of that
When-
would be there would be an entrance in the Inevitable City, and there would be an entrance in Altdorf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would
Right.
be an example of how to get there in this game.
But say you were in there as Albion or whatever, and then you seen Midgard took it over. You knew where they was coming from to be able to get in, so you could
Oh, yeah.
effectively block the hallway.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, we did that too. They would
Stay
sit in the
fight.
stairs and we camp them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was-
yeah. We would sit on the
great
stairs all the
battle.
time.
To have
Yep.
just one way. They calling it the purge.
Yep.
Well,
and
the
there were
thing
certain
is,
choke points that kind of people set up usually at.
yeah, I really liked that you had to run through the dungeon all the way to the other person's entrance. It was like, I don't know, it just made it more complex and like, sort of dungeon crawling feel. If they make it so no matter where you zone from, everyone starts in the same place, that's going to be like, come on.
No, they have.
Nah, they
It
can't. do
sounded
that.
like they was making the
Garbage.
choke point type one way in, one way out for your realm.
Oh, come on.
It's garbage.
Well, we don't
Oh,
know
and
yet.
I'd actually be curious if they didn't throw in like an extra way in, one way in like again like Ace IC or one way in Altdorf, and then have something sitting out in like
A
open
contested,
RVR
yeah.
That wouldn't
Something
bother.
that comes in that if you don't own the dungeon, you can actually still get into it and still monkey with those folks in there. It's just you've got to go the long ass way around. It's all speculation right now. They just announced they're going to give it to us, so
Yeah, they haven't
We're all
said
guessing.
anything officially.
Yeah,
Did it-
we should be
it did it
happy
right
that it's coming in before we just.
I'm super happy. Our last podcast was complaining that we wanted this.
This is
Yeah, that's
awesome.
funny actually. The last podcast we were saying, "Oh, give us DF, give us DF," and
So
then the
they
next
heard it.
announcement was,
They
Yeah,
heard it.
right,
Yeah,
right.
oh,
yeah.
they're listening to us. Mark,
Now they
check
got
out
us
us
listening
listening to
right
the
now.
podcast.
Hey, Mark, MJ.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, I think there have
We're
been
drunk
like
fuckers.
all sorts of crazy blogs and stuff about this since like pre-beta. So
I have a feeling that they've done it right once. They're going to do it again, and it'll probably be a little bit of growing pains just because people are going to want it one way and the DAOC folks are going to want it another, and
And
whatever
we're
they
right.
settle on, I'm sure it's going
let's
to work
warn
out
you all:
really
you're
good.
gonna get ganked and you're gonna get mad.
You're going to get pissed off.
That's
was
the
the beauty
beauty of it.
You went there when you wanted that tension and you dealt with it, and it was a hell of a lot of fun there. And they really need to make it hard because DF was hard. I mean, even when there weren't people around, that shit was hard to fight.
There
I
was
mean,
55 level stuff in there. I mean, we would go there to farm.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the way that the mobs roamed and the pull, the range of something aggroing you was that shit. That place was a bitch, but it was a lot of fun.
yeah.
And I hope they don't dumb it down.
Oh, I hope not.
Nah, they've done it once. They can only do it better.
I'm going to tell Mythic right now that I'm sure, like you said, Mark's probably listening. Copy is Control C, paste is Control V. Just take the whole fucking code module and throw it in here.
Exactly.
Just
But yeah.
just take all of DF. Just
Someone pointed out too, like, will it be a given then that the chicken mechanic is not in for
Hmm.
that area?
Ooh, that's a good
Hmm.
question.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. I will be annoyed.
Yeah, how are we gonna gank lobies if they ever get chickens?
No, that's
Shit.
the one place you get to gank lobies. Sorry, it's DF. That's how it works.
I remember farming in DF with like my level 15 infiltrator and just
Getting
farming
ganked
shit
after
down there
ganked
and getting
after
ganked
ganked.
by level 48s, 50s.
You
Like,
do your
oh, yeah.
time.
But you know what? It was funny though because when that happened to me, I'd be like playing I don't know, playing a random thing like a caster or something in DF, like level 15, 20, and I'd get ganked by somebody. And like they're lurking, so I'd be like, "Well, fuck that!" I'd log my Shadow Blade and get their ass back. I was like, it was like, "Oh, level 35 something, whatever, hunting us down." I was like,
level 50, kiss off.
I was like, "Yeah, all right, just let me log my 50 Shadow Blade real quick." Done.
And that will be to a smaller degree, just because in DOC, I mean, you could stealth forever.
Yeah,
versus-
that won't be that way in this game.
It won't be that bad, but yeah.
No, but it was just
I think that addition of the time stealth will make this maybe a little bit more interesting because it won't just be somebody ganking people, mercilessly. It will be, more strategic, and it might be a little bit more fun if they keep the same type of rules.
Oh,
Yeah, of
they're not going
course.
to change the player mechanics.
No, I really liked it. I do like the time stealth though, because I remember sometimes if you were like running stealth or group in Open RBR, you would all like be running stealth. That would take ages to get
It was-
anywhere.
Forever, and then you would stealth to like an area that you would think there'd be shit, and there'd be nothing. So you had to like go back, or you had to debate: do I stay here and wait for somebody to come by?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you run slower when you was stealth?
Yes.
Yes.
I think what was it? Was it half speed or something?
I think it was actually 40% speed, and, then
And you could get some abilities to make it go a little bit quicker.
yeah, realm ranks would like increment at like 5% every couple of whatevers.
But it was
Yeah,
still.
but
It was definitely like really slow.
it was like being snared always.
Yeah.
But you know what? That was a fair trade-off.
Yeah, for being stealth permanently to run
It
that
was.
slow was fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. I can agree with that. Because could you imagine if they were running stealth at normal speed? That'd be ridiculous.
No, they'd be gods. I mean, yeah.
Because the whole thing was like if you knew how someone played, like if they were like your rival in a way, and a lot of the times stealthers would stealth and then turn on their heel and go a different direction, But if you knew that they were going to do that, you could kind of go to that area, maybe do an AoE spell, unstealth them, and kick their ass. Because you knew that you could catch them. You knew that they were running slow, so you could be like, "Oh, go cut them off there," or Anyway.
Yep.
But in this game is the same speed, but it's only 30 seconds.
Official war forms are we
Yeah,
up to?
they're gonna do. They haven't done a link for those yet, have they?
I
No.
don't think so. No.
I thought
No,
they would announce those and like they'd be ready because it's just forums. But I don't know how complicated it probably could be.
Well, for the amount of traffic they're going to get, it's going to be some good big end back end, and they probably got to load test it. But yeah, they shouldn't just announce it and then say, okay, they'll be here in 6 months.
I imagine that they've been working on them anyway, and they finally announce them when it's close. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
It's funny because Mark Jacobs had been so adamant for so long. He did not want official forums.
which is ridiculous if you ask
They
me.
need official
I
forums.
agree.
Well, they need official forums because de facto other forums have become the official forums. You can't
Yep.
get
Right.
news
Exactly.
or whatnot elsewhere. So
If you can't visit multiple forums, then you need official forums.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
and
A
I
viable
think-
way to listen to their player base without having to go to 7 different places.
Yeah.
Well, and for players, what they need to do is, unfortunately, I really applauded the no official forums because that meant there was no WoW official forums. And I'm going to bring up the nasty word there, but the WoW forums were a pain in the ass. You could not go there and have an intelligent conversation.
Oh, this will be the same way. I mean,
Dude, you don't go to any
Right.
forum and have an intelligent conversation and it's open to the public. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seriously. Forum does
Point-
not equal intelligent conversation.
Point and match, but it seemed like the average IQ dropped by about 60 points
Dude,
when you went to the WoW forums.
God!
And this is
Do
from
you
like
ever
anywhere
go-
else.
he's going. He's going.
Oh
On
shit!
it goes.
Run,
Here goes
run.
Val. Uh-oh.
Message
Run
was like, oh,
away!
your mother, she fucking pays for your game or some shit like that. My mother doesn't pay for my motherfucking game. God! Oh, you fucking hacked to kill me. Yeah, shut up. Message boards are not meant to be intelligent. They communicate stupid shit, and it's fun to read while you're working.
Hey, Veliuk at work, do you ever get told to go home?
Be like, you're way too intense, sir. You need to
You
take
need
some
some
drink.
drink.
Here's
We
the
need
drink.
to
Some
send
drink.
us some drink. Let's all chip in.
Yeah, it'll part of your daily diet.
Here's a case of drink for Val.
I'm gonna flame you on that little faggoty ass little message board, okay?
Oh, Val. I think you
thought
need to
I
slow
was-
your
got
roll.
caught, cut.
I
You
know
thought
that
I was going to get out of control. Come on.
We'll go get another drink. I'm actually out.
I am too.
I'm not really enjoying this wild turkey, by the way.
No, I've never had that.
It's
Oh, wild
awful. It's
turkey's not good. It
horrendous.
tastes like
It's wild. It's
Ass.
turkey. What's the like?
It's got such an appealing name.
add it
Oh,
to
no.
Coke, dude.
It's just not what you thought you were getting when you got wild turkey, right?
You know, I saw SoCo sitting next to it. I was like, I've never had that either. Maybe I should try that.
Yeah,
I
you
was
should
like,
have tried
nah, I'll
that.
get this.
Give me another one, baby.
Wow, turkey's rough.
It's
Are we taking a
bad.
drink
It's-
break?
I think everyone's taking a drink break.
Woohoo.
Drink break.
Intermission.
Bell, you can just go off on a rant for a couple minutes there, buddy.
Remember VN boards in DOC? I mean, I
Oh,
couldn't
God.
I mean,
read
dead.
that
It's always been
without.
that way.
My head would hurt. I would just start getting dumber.
I saw naked pictures of 90-year-old ladies posted on the VN boards. That shit is not serious.
Yeah, it was depressing to read. It's like, oh my god.
But at least with
It's
an
like the
official
Jerry
forum,
Springer
they
show.
have an official place to post. You know, that's
Mhm.
the
What
only
they
place
can
they're
do is take our shitty ass in-game CSRs and put them on the boards and just have them just mercilessly deleting posts and stupid bullshit to make it decent.
Okay, how are CSR shitty ass?
Because they don't do anything but say, hey, we can't help you, but
That's not their fault. That doesn't make them shitty ass. People just have them by the strings. What the hell?
well, true. Either way, they're useless to have in game to say we can't do anything. So put them on
Well,
the
they at
boards.
least let you know so they don't keep your hopes up or some shit like that. It's like, oh, put your penis away. I'm not going to touch it. Okay.
I have to agree with Vel. I'm not touching anybody's penis. Seriously though, this wild turkey sucks. I'm pissed
Yeah.
that I bought it.
Well, do you have any Coke or whatnot? Just mix it in there, like with Jack and Coke. It's almost similar.
No,
Except not at all.
except no.
That's why I said it's almost similar.
Except more assy. A slight
Could
ass
this taste
flavor
more
to
like
it.
ass?
Why, yes.
Oh, by the way, random question. It has nothing to do with war, but have any of you played the Dawn of War 2 beta yet?
No, I want to.
We were talking about that
Oh.
before.
That's a
It
pretty
is
fun-
so good. It's so good. It's amazing. I love it.
All right, I need somebody, and Veli is going to help me too, but I suck at real-time strategy games, but I have the beta. I want someone to play against me and kind of...
Ooh, I suck really bad as well.
Well, then I don't want you to help me.
Oh. I thought we were gonna suck together.
Nah,
Gross.
He wants to get
Whoa,
good and then kick
whoa.
butt.
Okay, you two sucking with me, man. I'm gonna have fun.
Whoa.
I'll have Veli just help me.
Wait.
All of a sudden got to the Devil 69. What?
What are we talking about here?
We're
What are
talking
you
about
agreeing?
strategy
Yes.
games, obviously.
Obviously.
What are you guys talking about?
I just heard you two are sucking something together.
Oh
That's
my
all I
God.
heard.
So, Maeve, what did you
What?
switch to?
All right, let's go.
That was awful quick to blend shit.
I have a shaker, thank you. I just shake it together. I don't like frozen drinks.
I don't
them
like
on the
frozen
rocks.
ones either. On the rocks
Like
is way better.
Wow, you guys
Real
should
women.
party.
We should
Real
party.
women. Real women drink them on the rocks. Come on.
There you go.
Do they?
We want some of that frozen pansy stuff. Come on.
Yeah.
All
You
right,
can drink them
everybody-
faster. You can drink them faster on the rocks.
Yeah, does anyone have anything to say about, the free trial version of the game that they're coming out with, or do you have any thoughts on that?
Well,
No,
It's
that's
a free
cool.
trial version. Is that just like the Buddy Pass stuff that we talked about a couple podcasts ago, or they got something else going on?
I think it's
No,
something
the-
else.
this is gonna be like your typical free trial, 2-week deal.
No.
That's a good thing,
Yeah.
I think.
That's cool.
I think it's good that more, because without having a free trial, that really, a lot of people, and myself included, I count on free trials to be able to try a game before I
Commit
all-
did.
capital
yeah.
most
to
should
it,
be.
yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you really should have that at launch because
You shouldn't have
a
to
lot-
pay retail price and not even. I mean, you should have some sort of trial.
And I think
here.
within 2 weeks if you're going to keep up with the MMO or not.
yeah, unless you didn't play at all during the 2-week time,
Well, yeah.
Well, then you're a jag.
then you belong in Circle of Trust.
www.circletrust.org.
Sign up.
If you
Or
didn't
just
even
release us
use your
posts so we
free
can make fun of
trial,
But after 2 weeks, you know whether to take that plunge, and you may realize that you're not going to be playing for the next couple of years, but you're going to feel like you got your money's worth out of what you did.
Actually, you know what? A really cool thing that EverQuest 2 did, I don't know when they did it, but their free trial, you know how they have like that intro zone, like that little island that you play on? You
Everybody
actually
knows
had... No, but you actually had an unlimited time on your trial if you as long you just couldn't leave that little beginning island. But you could play as long as you want, and I thought that was a really good idea. Yeah, you could play every class all the way through every single thing in that island. But I thought that was a really cool idea because if, for example, like a Circle of Trusters, don't have all that much time to play. Like for me, I probably would have wasted a whole week not even logging on a free trial like that. You know what I mean? Anyway, I thought that was really cool. Like, you couldn't get past a certain point.
It'd be like if you could only do tier 1 and you could never move on past that or something like that.
Man, that would be like Thrax's dream.
Oh my God, he would live there.
Anyway. But I thought that was a really good idea, like if you can make the free trial unlimited time, but you can't get past a certain point or a certain level or something like that, it's just like that's actually even better than having just a 2-week thing.
That is pretty.
Because I know that I did that for a while.
So did I.
Because I didn't want to buy the game.
Okay, well, let me ask you, did you ever buy the game?
I did actually. I had started.
Did, so it didn't really work for me.
Oh, okay. I did. I actually bought the game and I played for a while, but.
No, but I did. I mean, I was really on the verge of buying it because of that trial. I thought that trial was really cool, and I really enjoyed the classes that I saw from that trial. I just for whatever reason, I didn't get into the game because I think just reading up on the PvP wasn't that satisfying. But yeah, that's a really cool idea.
Well, if you played on a normal server, there wasn't any.
No, I mean, even reading on the PvP servers, just how.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just reading how people said the classes were not made to intermix with each other, so it was kind of a mess. But
it was a mess. I
heard it's better now.
It was like it's probably better now, but basically this is how it went. The good side buffed your team. The evil side did all the damage. So evil was PvP oriented. Good was not.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. So it was like if you were like the stealther, the swashbuckler for like the good side, then you were basically like all of your like super cool stealth attacks that you were doing. It was like you did medium damage but buffed your team. Meanwhile, the assassin or the brigand or whatever it was called was doing absolutely insane damage with debuffs on every attack and didn't help the team at all. So it was like not fair at all. Not even a little bit.
That sounds like whoever designed that. Like maybe read Lord of the Rings in high school, and that was it. Like never really played any game.
Yeah. So
like,
and the same thing with the bow class, and every single class that was on the good side like helped out every team, and then every single class on the evil side did way more damage, had debuffs, and like just dominated PvP. So it was like if you were gonna be serious about the PvP, you were evil. That was it. You were. That was what you were. Anyway, it was just funny. Funny that way. We played on a PvP server for a while, and after trying to be good, we were like, fuck that shit. We just went evil. Anyway.
Has Kara completely lost control of this?
I think I might have completely lost control of this. In fact, okay. I've even closed out my agenda for today.
Okay, well, I think the last thing was the additions to the Realm War section of the war site. They're going to add some things to it so you can see how your war's progressing more. And I remember
maybe add like alliance shit and
I know they have
who controls
so much
what
stuff to add to that. I just want it to
Herald, yeah, the website sucks. Come on, Mythic, get off your ass. Copy paste, Control C, Control V.
As useful as the DAOC Herald.
Just Camelot Herald, War Herald, Camelot Herald, War Herald. It's not that hard.
Give me that as a basic, and then upgrade from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Control H, search replace. Come on. I can do this in Notepad. Done in 10 minutes. Jesus Christ.
You need to go down to
everywhere it says Camelot, change it to War.
You might have to change the database name or two or something on the PHP or whatever you're coding in, but crying out loud, it shouldn't take this long. You've been out for October, November, December, January, 4 months. Jesus Christ.
Oh wow, has it only been 4 months?
It's only been 4 months.
It's only
I thought it was like 6.
That's one of the things is they're adding so much shit, and it's only been 4 months. I would rather them wait for a little bit before putting all this out and just fixing the shit first.
Nah, I need some new stuff. I need some new shinies.
Yeah, Zelly loves her alts. She gets bored if she don't put new shit in.
I'm a freak.
Yeah.
I think
So,
we're
anyway,
wrapping this
just-
up.
Yeah, let's just wrap it up. Let's go. Hurry.
All right,
Where are we
well, hold on.
going?
I want to go through our
know where
agenda
we
here.
are. I
I
don't
wanna
even know
make
where
sure
we
that we're
are in this.
kosher. We talked today about Call to Arms and Bitter Rivals live event starting in March. We've talked about the new classes very, very briefly, the Dwarf Slayer and the Orc Choppa.
Is anyone else excited about that, by the way?
Well, we're hopeful that the
Yes.
Slayer is gender restricted, and I think Ab's excited and Paz is excited. I think Paz had to change his pants twice already.
I want the Choppa.
Paz,
we got,
it's the Slayer. We want a duel between you two.
I'm gonna
no,
murder
duels
him.
aren't allowed. We talked
Oh,
about that a
well.
couple of...
No, they are allowed.
Well, they're not
Yeah.
sanctioned.
No, they're
You're
just not
taunting me now,
sanctioned.
aren't you?
Yeah, they are allowed.
Oh God, let's go. I'm gonna beat Paz with a bottle of wild turkey in that duel.
So,
Yeah.
we've also talked
I'll
about
just give up and be like, oh my god, it's so horrible.
We've also talked
Darkus
about
will,
One
of course,
thing we
roll
did
both
miss.
immediately.
King's Tomb.
We did
or
miss
Tombstone.
the newest live event coming out, the
That's
Night
what
of
I noticed we
Murder,
were missing, and that's
from
what
February
we talked
6th to February 15th.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the close. That's the soonest one too.
What is
Yeah.
that
Which one?
about?
Night of Murder.
I get it as you go into a scenario or whatever, and then you will be, I guess, marked for death.
Right.
And you'll
And I
have
was
like a
actually reading up
floating
on
red
that a
skull
little bit.
thing above your name bar, and then
Yep.
Order's gonna kill your ass repeatedly. You're gonna be You're gonna be so popular like a drunk prom queen.
So it's
They're
like
just gonna-
Thursday.
Yeah.
It's like every
Yeah,
day.
and I was actually reading up on that a little bit, and originally I thought that they were going to do just classes, but I think it's going to be randomly some serious strange algorithm person who zones into the zone, you get flagged and you're fucked.
That's,
marked for
that's the
death,
way to
you're
do
gonna it.
it.
Get murdered. And speaking of murdered, that's the basic reward for that is the murderess will be the new title you can get.
That's cool.
I'm all over that one, and that one I think.
Murderess.
Thank you, Mythic, for bringing us a destruction-oriented event.
Yes. That's what I was upset
Well,
about after the dwarf event. But
Speaking
yeah,
of bitter rivals again, there was one thing on the world drop, and I guess that's the zone rare drop
Well
or
done.
game rare drop. There is an attack speed
good job,
buff
Maeve.
Yeah. Sorry. Go.
Sorry,
I'm
Des.
sorry.
Sorry, maybe it's
Des.
just a little belchy tonight.
that I want.
Sorry, Des.
That's all right. It was very ladylike though.
It was not me. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Now you're
I'm
denying it.
apologizing for these other buffoons out there. Come on. Quit interrupting Des.
An attack speed buff drop on bitter rivals live event.
Cool. I didn't know
Attack
that they
speed
had,
buff, what?
I didn't know they had the event, items listed already.
Attack speed buff for the
Yeah, they
zone, the world drop rare or whatever.
Oh yeah, the rare item for the
Cool.
it'll drop randomly.
Actually, for the bitter rivals, the advanced one is exclusive siege weapon, which is giants, which is giants and
mess.
flame cannons.
Who is that?
That's that Bell.
It has to
Last
be.
time it was, but not this time.
He's not talking. He's just burping.
This is a
So
that
mess.
was actually Car.
The train
What are we-
wreck at the end.
I don't know why I haven't been able to use the podcast lately.
It might be
I
we
have
got
no
six
idea.
people talking at once. Oh,
Who's doing the outro?
I have one to get out of this quick.
Okay, first, yeah, everyone, let's kind of wrap it up. Everyone say goodbye.
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 Bye.
Slow your roll.
Who's doing the outro? Then?
I've got it.
I did a
Thanks
laugh.
for listening to this episode of CoTCast.
CoTCast is a podcast of Circle of Trust, a Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning guild
Hey, we
fighting
should
for
all do a
destruction and with the mark.
Sorry.
Now I gotta start
Wait,
again.
Way to fuck it up, Ab.
Well, hey, one person started, and the other just ran with it. I thought, hey,
Hey, we should just oscillate.
it's gonna make up
One
things.
sense at a time.
CoTCast is a podcast Circle of Trust. God bless us.
Or God damn us, whatever.
Whatever the case may be.
All right.
Crap. I made it through the whole podcast
you
without
ready here?
snorting, and there I
All
went.
right, I'm muting myself. You guys go ahead.
Sally, you gotta put that right in the middle.
Thanks for listening to
Don't-
CoTCast.
All right, are you all ready? Gotta
Sure.
give Zelly a couple of seconds to quiet here, so she can actually cut everything out.
I should just mute now.
I want to snort at the end. Can you snort for me on cue on the end?
Oh gosh, I don't think I can do it on cue.
Thanks for listening to this episode of CoTCast. CoTCast is a production of Circle of Trust, a Warhammer Online, Age of Reckoning guild, fighting for destruction on Ostermark. We are a proud member of the Eternal Wah Alliance. CoTCast is owned and produced by... wow. Apparently I've had too much to drink. We'll just...
Not
Start
produced by
again.
WoW. Just so you know.
CoTCast is... Wow.
I'll just edit it in later. It's okay.
You'll edit it in later?
Yeah.
But you don't think I can finish it?
No.
No.
I think
You're
you're done.
not man enough.
And cut.
Oh. All right, hold on. I gotta sober myself
Everybody go home. That's it.
I don't care where you go, but you can't stay here.
Oh. I'm gonna get serious now. Thanks for listening to this episode of CoTCast. CoTCast is a production.
Seriously? The bitches kicked you off for the night. You're just banging on the door.
Yeah, you're like Tiny Tim.
Oh, my shit back, Stephanie.
Thanks for listening to this episode of CoTCast, a companion podcast for Circle of Trust, a Warhammer Online guild fighting for destruction on Ostermark. You can find the show notes and leave comments at cotcast.podbean.com or write to CoTCast at circleoftrust.guild@gmail.com.